What's up, YouTube? It's August 7th, 2026, and this is a trade recap on how I lost $567. So let's get into it. So, first off, all right, here's the entry, all that. First off, coming into the daily time frame, you can see that we're just displacing higher, disrespecting bearish, respecting bullish. But on the 4 hour time frame, we did have this 4 hour gap and this 4 hour bearish gap. So my conditions was, I didn't even show it there, but my conditions was basically, if we're going to be bullish, then this 4 hour gap over here, I mark that out. This 4 hour gap will get disrespected and will displace through it and then get a cont towards this draw, which is daily relative equal highs, right here and then right there, which is a strong draw, like good draw. That would have been one possibility. And then the second possibility was that we respect this 4 hour gap and get a 15-minute or 5-minute cont from here down to all of the, there was on the 15-minute, all this LR, and we also had data lows, where was it? Data lows right over here, which just got hit. So, unfortunate. But after this, I went to the hourly. We had this 1 hour intermediate low. 1 hour intermediate low. And this is kind of just my final take profit. I didn't want to hold till all of this LR because just the overall trend, we're high time frame bullish. I just wanted to catch kind of a lower time frame reversal to all of this LR over here on the 5-minute and the data low. So data low, this low, this low. So that's what I was mainly looking for. Then presented at market open. Was it 9:30? Yeah, so at market open, we opened up this 15-minute fair value gap right here, which is my condition. So my new condition. So if we respect this, I'd want to take shorts towards this 1 hour intermediate low. And if we disrespect it, just catch longs up to those relative equal highs that were up there. And what we ended up doing was we respected this gap. And here, let me mark it out. So 15-minute bearish gap right here. And we also had an SMT in this key level. So SMT off of that 5-minute gap right there. And my entry was like right over here around that. Stop loss up there. And then I was just targeting this low over here. And I would have had my break even either at this 9:30 wick over here, depending on how price action was, either there or I would have gone break even at the data low. And what ended up happening was we came into this 3-minute gap and I expected it to inverse it. It looked really strong at the time on the live market, but what ended up happening was we came all the way down here and then came all the way down here and then we just wicked up to over here. And then I was just looking for another possible entry. Either we resweep this and then we get that 15-minute initial mitigation sweep if we sweep that, and then an SMT and CE tap, which would have been even better, which I think is this entry over here. I didn't take it though. I don't know if there was an entry. Let's see. We inversed it, but that's like a crazy wick. I'm not taking that. So yeah, that was like the main trade today. It was just this 3 minute so far, but it's only 10 o'clock, so another opportunity might present itself. I see I might take something else, maybe just lower risk. But oh yeah, getting back to the trade, I saw this strong displacement candle displacing through here, so I just kind of ignored this wick. If we closed on this first wick, like over here or something, and I would have just had my stop loss over there, TP at this low, and I would have probably risked closer to like 700. Yeah, probably about 700 on this trade instead of 500. I would have upped my risk because I was like really confident in this trade, and these draws, especially with all of this like abundance of LR down here. But because of that wick, kind of lost a little bit of confidence in this trade, so I just ended up risking around 500, which is why I lost over here $567. But it's whatever. I'm down like 800 on the account. Yeah, I'm back down to minus 800 on the account. So not looking so good, but I can easily get that back. It's like one trade, 1 to 2, and I'm back. But yeah, that's all for this trade recap. I think I covered everything. Not much else to say. Shit is running to TP now, which is unfortunate. Just stop out of doom. But how much was this? 7 points. That's like fucking OD. But yeah, that's it for the trade recap, and I'll see you guys in the next video.